What's up, y'all? This Anglers in this Barber Son TV, and today we got Trayon White, the witness in the case, got trampled on. They caught him, y'all. They caught up to him and they put paws on him. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 200K subscribers. I appreciate everybody that be watching these videos. Y'all, I don't give y'all credit. I appreciate y'all. I know I talk trash. I don't need y'all watch this. I don't do that. I definitely appreciate y'all. So while y'all here, make sure you like, share. And if you got anything on your mind about this video, don't think about it. Comment it. Put it in the comments. Talk to me. So the guy who told, all right, let's get into it. It's this guy. I'm going to show y'all a picture of him. I don't know his name exactly, but we're going to call him the Frog. The Frog get locked up by the FBI on his own time. He doing corona relief scams, like corona relief scams. He filing for like PPP loans. He having this amount of employees sign up. Long story short, like $9 million worth of corona relief funds he received. So when he got locked up and the FBI got whiffed of the scam that was going on, they ran down on him. They ran down on him and locked him up with all the information they had on him. And they told him, you either could tell us what's going on, lead us to bigger people, or you could take all this time and be the fall guy. You know what it is. This is white collar crime. They not in the street, so you know he gonna tell. Like, he don't gotta be old murder. This is the council members dealing with business owners. It's not street, it's not like gangster. It's politics. It's like if you can get close to this person, rub arms with this person, they might can rub arms with that person and get you to where you need to be in life. It's like a process, but it costs to be the boss. You feel what I'm saying? So he get caught on his own scam, so he decided to turn state and work for the government and lead them to the next person. As he was telling, you know, you got to tell everything. And when he became a witness, he had to tell everything. He had to show the books. He had to show all money, where money went out to, people and all that. He had books. He gave over his books, and in his books, it had connections to Trayon White in it. And he knew that he had connections to Trayon White in it. He gave it to him. They seen it, set a red flag. Let's go set Trayon White to take some bribery money. He don't got to take this money. Trayon does not got to take this money at all. That's what people don't know. It's entrapment if they force you. Pressure is not entrapment. Like pressure, you can say no, it's pressure. They pressured him. They might have pressured him, if that's the word you want to use. Pressure and entrapment is not the same thing. They pressure him, but ain't no consequence behind this pressure. Like, you're going to lose your life. You're going to this, that, and that. In a court of law, they looking at this like a council member. Y'all got to take the streets out of this. If somebody's pressuring Trayon to take some bribe money under the table in the court of law, they looking at them like Trayon supposed to told on them for trying to even play with his license and whatever he got going on as a council member. Trayon was supposed to told on them. But just think of the story like this. You can put 100 council members on one piece of paper in a lineup and tell me identify one of them that I think in my mind that'll steal some money. I'm going to stop on Trayon White every time. That's how big of a target he is. He look like one of us. He dressed like one of us. He walk like one of us. He ain't supposed to take no money, y'all. Like, they know you gonna take the money. Like, even if they know you, I know you gonna take the money. You know you gonna, we know this is like, you know that they can put you in a position where you can lose it all, and they will try because you're a black man.
DMV and even bigger political news locally. New tonight, we're hearing from D.C. Councilmember Trayon White's office from the first time since he was arrested by the FBI for bribery. They released this statement saying, quote, "We want to assure Ward 8 residents and stakeholders that our office remains fully operational." Going on to say, "We appreciate the continued support and understanding of the community as we navigate this situation." White appeared in court today. Federal investigators say he was caught on multiple cameras multiple times, accepting thousands of dollars to influence contracts with the district. 7 News on your side tonight, getting reaction from other leaders in the community.
The criminal complaint accusing Councilmember Trayon White of taking bribes does not leave anything to the imagination, with investigators saying these pictures show Councilmember White taking money in exchange for government contracts. This picture shows White allegedly taking $5,000, putting it in his jacket pocket. This picture shows him allegedly getting $10,000, and another picture with $10,000 in payment. And there's even a picture showing him taking $15,000. In addition, there's also this picture of an alleged ledger showing how much each contract costs, as well as his 3% cut.
Disappointment, and that morphs into outrage.
ANC Commissioner Kathy Henderson has long been critical of the violence intervention programs in D.C.
What effectiveness?
But now she has even more questions after White is accused of taking $156,000 in cash bribes in exchange for using his position to pressure government employees to extend government contracts with community organizations providing violence intervention services, including one company that had previously had its contract terminated for not effectively providing the services that were promised.
Where's the cash? That's what this is about. It's unacceptable. Citizens deserve real public safety.
7 News on Your Side called White. If what is being charged is true, like, why did you do it? Where did the money go? And why pick the specific groups for this money? He never answered, though there are some who are still supporting White.
Our council member has been reelected. The people have spoken. We are pleased with what he has done, what he is doing, and what we know he will continue to do.
7 News on Your Side asked the agencies impacted by these bribery allegations, was anyone at your agency aware Councilmember White took bribes to ask for contract extensions? How has this practice affected your agency?
You from where we come from, so they gonna try you every day, all day. Your life is gonna be an obstacle. You gotta be squeaky clean, prove them wrong. We ain't had nobody this close to being mayor since Murray and Burry. It took us 30 years to get back this close. We get this close, and you let us down. You do what they knew we was gonna do. I'm gonna say we, because we're black community as a whole. You did exactly what they think that you're gonna do. The average guy, and you did it, bro. You wasn't supposed to do it, bro. Your position of, it's like you are what you hang around. You hung in War 8 so much, and you start feeling War 8, and you start feeling like you need certain things, living things, bro. You paying $9,300 a month rent, bro. You should not be out here doing nothing illegal, bro. If you can afford $9,300 a month rent off your salary, bro, you shouldn't be doing nothing illegal, bro. You hanging with the people, you are what you hang around. They really broke in society, in the communities you be in, trying to keep your face clean and do what you do behind the scenes. Them people are really broke and down. They be busting scams and busting moves. The people you be around, the crowd you hang around, your homeboys. I ain't saying your homeboys like I know their names or nothing, but just people you be around, they be doing what they do, and that's not connected to a politician, bro. You wasn't supposed to be there. You did the ghetto route anyway. You went wrong. Supposed to be hanging with Bert, Kenny, and Tom. They ain't on
Practice
nothing.
affected your agency in picking contractors for certain services. The Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement, which received almost $26 million in next year's budget, never responded. And DYRS, which received almost $93 million, deferred to Mayor Bowser's statement.
I'm sure that constituents across the city, but especially in Ward 8, are very disappointed. People need representation.
Christian Flores, 7 News.
And I'm Tom Rousey at the Alert Desk. You know, in addition to the photos that Christian just showed you, the affidavit has images from WhatsApp text messages that the FBI says were written between Trayon White and an informant who agreed to work with the FBI as part of a plea deal. Now, this is a snapshot of some of those messages. You can see at one point it says, "Can you bring 10?" And the affidavit says that is Trayon White asking for $10,000. Well, the informant replies at one point, "I can do 5 tomorrow." And then White goes on to text, "Please do 10. I have to keep my word." We're not sure exactly what he's referring to with the keep my word part, but this is part of what prosecutors say is evidence that White was accepting kickbacks. Now, if you would like to read the full affidavit, we've put it on our website. Just go to the top story. It's our top story about Trayon White right here. And then if you go down a little ways in the article, you can get to a point where the entire affidavit is here, and you can read the whole thing if you want to.
But you go back to the community, help the community, and speak for us, because you're one of us. You just translate for us. That's what you're supposed to do, translate for us. Our words, what we telling you, you just go translate it back to the people. You the bridge. You ain't supposed to take no money under the table, bro. I can tell he didn't use his mind and stop back and think, because if he used his brain, I have a third grade education, y'all. There's no way I'm out thinking Trayon. Trayon would have used his brain, he'd have been mayor. He would have been an outstanding, what do we call it? An outstanding member, like an outstanding government official. You'd have been an outstanding government official.
Responding to questions about his residency after he was arrested by the FBI over the weekend in the Ward 6 section of Navy Yard, not Ward 8. White, who has represented Ward 8 since 2017, has been charged with bribery. He's accused of agreeing to accept cash in exchange for using his position to help companies lock down major city contracts.
But what has prompted some speculation is the location of White's arrest Sunday afternoon. And our Rafael Sanchez Cruz is here with new reporting on what we've uncovered. Hi, Rafa.
Hello. So Councilmember White was arrested at a luxury apartment building in Navy Yard located in the 1000 block of South Capitol Street Southeast. That address corresponds to Ward 6. So what was the Ward 8 council member doing there? Well, WSA 9 asked Trayon White. He told us that he does not live in the building. He then proceeded to share his Ward 8 address with us. In a text message, White said, "My aunt and uncle live there, so I frequent there to get a breather sometimes." However, concerns about White's residency have gotten to the attention of DC Council Chairman Phil Mendelson, who said he's launching an ad hoc committee which will investigate the following: evidence of wrongdoing to the extent it is available, and the questions about residency, and to make a recommendation to the full council as soon as possible. Now, the members of this temporary committee are expected to be announced this week. The last time the council took similar action was in 2019 during Councilmember Jack Evans' ethics scandal. Simone?
Someone who is up for re-election here shortly in November. Those questions matter.
If the FBI try to trap you, entrapment like y'all saying it is, or whatever y'all want to call it, if the FBI try to put you in the sting operation and they would have came and had you on body camera and wiretap saying, "I'm not going against my constitution rights or my city to do nothing like that," no, keep denying it, and you reported their ass. Once you deny them behind the scenes, once he come out in court and his all information come out of court, we try to get Trayon White on the wiretap, and you didn't, and it come out in the blogs that you squeaky clean, like you under the radar, you ain't took no money, you ain't did nothing, you turned it down, bro. When you go apply to be mayor or vote for mayor, the whole city gonna be with you, bro. We gonna believe in Trayon. You one of us. They try to get him, they couldn't get him. He ain't even fall for it. But you got the street mindset. I ain't telling on those guys that's trying to entrap me. Guess what? You ain't telling on the guys that's trying to entrap you, but the guys that's trying to entrap you definitely telling on you. So you gotta remember, you the council member, you got the biggest name, but you don't understand it. But that's a whole nother bracket. So long story short, a packet came out with witness see such and such. The streets put it together and found out who the person was. Somebody that owned Life Deeds. Non-profit organization. They knew who the guy was. Long story short, so the guy's still walking around like it's sweet. I seen pictures of the guy. They must have put paws on him. He had little lumps and knots on his head, and this, that, and the third. But before I go, there's another thing. I told y'all I had to go hit Inside Man. I got Inside Man out of retirement. I seen Trayon White leave the court building. When he left the court building, he didn't leave with nobody. I didn't see none of them. He be with guys. I didn't see none of them guys, none of them movements, none of them non-profit. I didn't see all them guys there. I didn't see none of them there. He got an Uber by himself. I'm going to leave that out of it. That's what make him look guilty anyway. He supposed to have a Martin Luther King movement outside that court. But once the feds on you and people know you guilty, they don't come around. So he walked out of a federal building with no representation. Don't you know when people walk out and they be like, "My client ain't taking no questions"? He walked out of a public building with no representation. So that's just in my head, he agreed to cooperate. And this what makes it furthermore, he agreed to cooperate. I'm like, man, he got $9,300 house month. He pay a rent. Rent he pay a month. I know they kicked his door in when they ran in his house bloomed up. It's messed up in there. I don't care who you is. If you ain't Donald Trump and own the land, once the FBI did that in that building, he paying $9,300. They getting Trayon out of there. He got a letter coming from the rental office. That's just what all DMV, the government out on. He ain't backing them. So I'm like, all right. I know he can't go nowhere. I hit Inside Man, like, yeah, Inside Man, I need you to do something for me. Like, man, and I retired. I say, please come on retirement for me. He said, "And you know why I do it for you." I said, "Can you find Trayon White for me? Put eyes on him for me." He put eyes on Trayon White. Trayon White is in the airport yesterday. This was yesterday. He was in the airport at Gate D. He was at Gate D to Texas, Dallas, Texas. The day after he got prosecuted, He walked out of a court building, caught a plane to Dallas, Texas. On the news, they said he surrendered his passports. There is nobody in the world approving for, there's no judge in the world approving for a federal case suspect to fly anywhere. I don't care what it is, who you is, what you is, nothing. You can't fly nowhere. Trayon flew to Dallas, not saying he run it. Only person can fly is a cooperating witness. If Trayon went in there, he don't need no lawyer representation or nothing. I agree to break it all down with you. I ain't gonna say that's witness protection, but I gotta get out of DC. I gotta get out of DMV while I do this. That man was on the plane to Dallas. How did he catch a plane? He walked out that building the next day, caught a plane to Dallas. And this the kick about Dallas. I swear to God, it ain't no place in America closer to Mexico than Texas. Bothersome.